Who got time? Who got time? Who got time? Who got time? Come on, what you talking about? Are you keeping it really real or you running your mouth? Who got time? Real talk, we ain't playing. This is grown folk business. What the hell you saying? Who got time? We with the lives chat, no bullshit.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Who got time? Who got time? Who got time? Who got time?
Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to Who Got Time. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for sparing some time. I apologize in advance if I talk super duper fast this episode. I will try to slow it down. You know how my producer does. Hey producer, that's Jacqueline back there. Jacqueline is offended when I talk at, times 4 speed. But we're talking about all things in the Bravo sphere today. It's a whole Bravo dedicated episode dedicated to Bravo. So all the housewives, and then we're going to throw in Married to Medicine and them Southern Charm people on the back end. All right, are you ready? Let's talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. It was the last episode for the season. This week, I think they're probably going to drop, or it'll be next week, because you know how Bravo likes to do and tease us. They're going to drop the reunion start. Or I even take a sip of my coffee. Lil Jizzy, that would be Giselle. Ooh, girl. You hijacked the whole season because the Grand Down wasn't there. We're going to start with that. But then you feel that in every single moment, every single scene you are in, you got to dog out Angel. Not that Angel is one of my people, because she not. We get it. The trip was horrific. She's not a good planner. This is not her thing. But for you to be bragging and carrying on about everybody going to the Four Seasons and look, the Four Seasons and the Four Seasons, and this is how we do it, and I take care of my ladies because the Four Seasons, I'm exhausted. Bro, it's a hotel. Got it. It's a classy hotel. Got it. But I have seen better Four Seasons. Just saying. I literally have. So yay to you for getting them out of the showerless villa, the waterless villa, I should say. But enough already. You whining and moaning and complaining about Angel calling her husband's name 11 times. He's her husband. She relies on him. She might actually like him. Why do you care so much that the girl won't talk about Bobby and Bobby and Bobby? Just roll your eyes and keep it pushing. But to make it a focal point makes you look crazy. That's it. That's all. It just makes you look crazy. That's how I feel about Giselle and her foolishness. Like, I can't. When she tried to shut the whole Mauricio Ashley thing down, I giggled. Because who don't know Ashley out here for a good time, not a long time? And Mauricio was in his, as his daughters say, whole phase. Mind your business. Let that land on her when Kyle Richards comes for her ass. Because Kyle's still very territorial. Why are you worried about it? Mind your business. Stacey, I don't want to give her the MVP for the season, but she might have to have it. Ooh, my producer, hey Jacqueline, back there nodding vigorously. You know, Stacey is a liar, pants on fire, but she's funny and she's smart. And I kind of feel like Stacey's okay with these lies she's telling. She's like, yeah, whatever. It keeps me, in the eye. It keeps me talked about. Nobody getting harmed in the making of this bullshit. That's how I feel about it. Stacey's good TV. I'm sorry. Not sorry. She gets the MVP for the season with them. Wendy Osefo. Wendy, I wish you well with this court situation. I'm nervous for you. That's all I got for her. Angel getting lost on the way to the very last excursion, not knowing where she's going. Talking about somebody dropped me a pin. Then you want to know why she talks about Bobby so much? Maybe she can't function without Bobby. Maybe as much as she brags about being a woman in charge and on point and got things together, maybe Bobby is her North Star. Did you ever think about that? It could be true. I'm okay with it. Jazzy, jazzy, jazzy. There's no lane for you, dear. I know you think because you're a wag now, all things should be handed to you on a golden platter. Somebody insert the squeaky noise here. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Kai is my girl. And blink, blink, blink. You were just invited as an afterthought. I'm never gonna let that go. I'm never gonna forget her telling Tia that she was an afterthought and wasn't meant to be here. She's just a filler. Huh? If that girl really wanted to, she would have. She didn't really want to, Jazzy. It wasn't about you, Jazzy. You were being used. Talk about, no, Angel calls me behind the scenes, off camera. She was using you. You didn't get that? You weren't picking up on that? Okay, well, let me be the first one to tell you. It's not you. Big X on your face. It's not you. Also, yapping about how Ashley is her crazy twin. You don't want to be twins with Ashley. That's not who you want to pick as your crazy hangout twin girl. You married. You want to stay that way, don't you? Okay, leave Ashley right where Ashley sits. All right. Um, do we believe Ashley? Do we believe that she straight up asked Chris Samuels whether or not he was boinking Stacey? I don't. Do you? Do you, produce? No, we don't believe. I don't believe that you forgot that part. I don't believe that you forgot to tell Monique that. I don't believe it happened that way. Because I'll have you know, Stacey not the only liar out here in these Potomac streets. Just saying. Let us never forget Ashley's come up with that Australian man who was touching other men and doing things behind the scenes he wasn't supposed to be doing and getting on the stage because he would come to the reunions and lie to the camera, to Andy, and to our faces through the TV. Let's not forget, okay? Okay, good talk. Moving on. Not for nothing. I really want to, I don't care if you judge me. I want to experience a gas station margarita. I want to know what that's about. I could pass on the food, but it looked like it was quenching their thirst and giving them the high they needed. And I want to know about this. I've never been to a gas station that sells margaritas and got a food truck on the side. I want to be down. It's on my goal list. Goal list. That Andy special that my producer told me about. I mean, I heard whispers of it with the Grand Dame. Did y'all watch? I didn't watch. And I'm gonna tell you why I didn't watch, why I won't watch. I don't know that I'm really interested in what the Grand Dame has to say because the pretentiousness of the Grand, and I know she is a fan fave, including Rihanna. I'm still confused. The woman dresses well. She's aging like a fantastic plastic surgeon should keep her aging. I just don't understand how she came for people's relationships, husband. She was just vicious sometimes when you was out here drinking your life away and getting arrested multiple times. Like when you know it's messy in your house, you see where I'm going with this? Like you knew that you okay, I'm finished. Well, no. I didn't miss her this season. How about that? I think that something was missed this season. I'm not gonna assign it to the Grand Dame not being there. That's the end of Potomac for me. I'm looking forward to the reunion. I'm looking forward to the foolishness. Let's see who brings what receipts. I want to see how Monique is going to integrate herself in this reunion, how that's going to go down. I think it will be a binderless season, but still fun. We'll see. Moving on, y'all. Moving on to Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. The last what did I say? What did I say? Didn't I say they don't need to make these reunions 3 goddamn episodes? This last episode, you could have fell asleep on mad parts and missed nothing. It was meh. I feel like meh is a step below mediocre. Again, my MVP for the season. It's a toss up. Mary, Mary be marrying. Mary for the win always, but always. But I think my MVP for the reunion is Bronwyn. That's my vote. I think Bronwyn, she played the long game. She ran a marathon. She came across that finish line successfully. Cheers, Bronwyn. Cheers to you. I'm so grateful, Andy. Thank you for not bringing them husbands on. We didn't need to see not nary one of them. Thank you so much. That lady being open about her mama, Bronwyn, her husband, talking to him in front of the camera and telling him, I want to do whatever makes you happy. If it makes you happy, I will try to figure it out. Let's see if we can work this out. Was a pivotal moment for me because she could have not done that. And I'm sure that Todd wanted none of that. and she ignored him and she did it anyway. So I think not walking off stage or leaning forward and gritting her teeth and screaming in a rageful fit at Lisa Punkanita was magic. She just leaned in, leaned back, and the most heat you got out of her was when she told Meredith, sit the fuck down and like talk to us and answer the call. Don't talk to me like that. And Brown was like, why? Why not? What makes you special? I appreciated her nailing Meredith to the wall about how she doesn't want anyone speaking on her relationships, speaking on her husband, but she is in the room and other people are having those conversations about her, about whoever else, and not saying we shouldn't do this. What Meredith has done is say to the confessional to us, well, they talk about me and my relationship, so I'm very familiar with it. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. You're supposed to be a girl's girl. You're supposed to be supportive. I hate that goddamn term, girl's girl. But you're supposed to be a supportive human. And if you claim these people to be your friends, which we good know good and goddamn well they're not, then you would say, I don't think that this is an appropriate topic, especially when she's not here to defend herself. She's not in the room. And you never did that. You never do that. Um 15 years with Todd, well, just well. Also, when Bronwyn looked at what's his name? Andy, and says, when he asks, what's going on with you and your relationship, she says, Todd and I have separated. The way the producers on that show cut the camera to Meredith, and we look at Meredith and Lisa's face is stone cold. She might as well be one of the heads on Mount Rushmore. But then you want to break out the tears and know anything about me, and I'm going through so much. You give a fuck. You give a fuck about nobody. Mary is right. You give a fuck. Mary said, Lisa don't care about nobody but Lisa. Ting, 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 ting. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I know that a lot of you disagree with me. My producer wants Brittany back. Also, Whitney, I hope that you and your husband make it. I don't want to talk to you no more. Sick of you. Sick of you, Whitney. I'm finished. Okay, that's it. That's all. I got nothing else. The reunion part three didn't need to happen. You could have condensed it. I'm over them. We're moving on to more important things. We're moving on to more important current events and juicy shows right now. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I had to pause. A moment of appreciation. Rachel Zoe still winning. MVP for the season thus far. I think she's gonna ride it out, yo. I think she's gonna go to Hall. I think she's gonna bring home the gold. Rachel Zoe's face is not frozen. Sometimes when she goes like this, I still see the little wrinkles on her forehead, and I'm thankful. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you for allowing me to see the disgust, the disdain, the on your face. Because not everybody's face moves. We're gonna start out with Amanza. Amanza. Dorit disrespected me and my son in the moment. Girl, Dorit really didn't know, just like the rest of the room didn't know, that it was the anniversary of the passing of your baby. They knew you had a baby that passed. If you ask anyone in this friend group, Dorit might not be able to answer either when Bose's child passed away. But everybody knows Bose lost a daughter. What's wrong with you? So many things. But I'm glad you brought them to the show this season. So many things. When Kyle was listening to her and Kyle said, yo, she reminds me, this is ringing like the Asian lady who just got kicked off. What was her name? Katie Vanelli, Crystal, whatever her name is. I was like, oh, snap, Kyle. Kyle is correct. Kyle knows. Kyle is just on her, I'm not confrontational kick, but she knows. She knows this lady is out of her cotton picking mind. Anyway, do we miss Crystal? Do we miss Crystal? She was there one episode, one season too long, as far as I'm concerned. Her and her ugly brown pants, because the pants were ugly. Dorit wasn't remorseful. Facts. She wasn't. Do I think that Dorit should have stopped? Yep. Period. There's no notes. There's no comments after that. Dorit should have come to a full stop when you told her, "I'm struggling." But I want you to know that I am so happy they ran that back, because when Dorit says, "Do you want to have this conversation at another time? We could stop. You let me know." You turn around and you continue to talk. No lies. Dorit was not incorrect. You say, "Well, what are you talking?" You ask or a follow up question, or you give a follow up comment. You are encouraging the person to continue this line of conversation. You telling people, you spinning this as Dorit yelling and Dorit carrying on and attacking you. She wasn't yelling. She was direct. She said, "It's come to my attention. Why would you have conversation about? What is there to clear up? Why wouldn't you come to?" All appropriate questions. Time, not so appropriate. Place, not so appropriate. But her line of questioning, spot on. You deserve all the things coming out of her mouth. The timing was off. But the way you are reframing this, and then talk about the gas being lit, talk about the lighting of the gas. Yeah, I can't with Amanda. She's wild. She's wild sauce, people. Wild sauce. Finding out that she was in a cult because she said so, not surprising. Y'all could be shocked. I'm not shocked. She talks and presents her whole snake oil kit like someone who's already experienced this, who was brought up in this, who knows how to spin this. And so all she did was reframe it, remarket it, and sell you the BS that she was sold. That's what it's looking like. Anywho, Amanda telling the whole crew that her house, actually, it's my house. I paid for it. He helps with the. Here come my girl Rachel. What? Why would you say that? Bo's coming through like the boss that she is. Who the fuck says that? Why was that? How did that contribute to the conversation in any meaningful way? Hey, Bo, hey, spot on. This girl Amanda is dos muchos. Okay, that's all I got for her. She said that she was gonna go find. She would not be going to dinner anymore with people who make her emotionally unsafe. Again, that's my match. As she tosses it back on the gasoline. What? You were raised in a cult, but you can't go to dinner with people who make you feel emotionally unsafe, who mess with your psyche and your equilibrium, who throw off, wait, let me get it right, because the girl said, "I can't be around people who can't speak to me like an adult." I'm with Dorit. Go manifest being on a different show. Because I am quite sure that you knew what the Housewives was about before you signed on. Go manifest being on another show, dear. This one not for you. Nothing on Bravo is for you. What you did was sign on to the show to get exposure for your company, except now you're being exposed in a weird ass way. I'm sure there's somebody who's going to sign up for your packages. God bless them. Mm-hmm. Dorita's a gangster, though, I must say. Straight up asking Mo at that restaurant, "Hey, have you ever considered filing? I'm sorry, Dorit. Have you ever considered minding your business?" What? The man just stopped by and said, "Hey, how y'all doing? What's up?" And as soon as he just put his thighs against the chair. He didn't even properly seat his ass in the chair. We were just talking about you. You ever think about filing for divorce? What are you waiting for? Why not? Girl, but Amanda can't ask questions about your situation? That's crazy sauce. Wild work. Because that's what Amanda was doing. She was giving commentary and she was talking about you, and you have every right to ask her about it. But she was giving commentary and talking about things you have made public. You feel better about it because you asked Mo to his face? Eh, I don't think that there's a real divide there. Do you think there's a real divide there? Jacqueline agrees with me. We right. She was dead wrong for that. I want Dorit to get off the rage juice. right?
She wants somebody to commiserate.
Gosh, darn it, Dorit. It's too much. I feel like she's, due to do the steroids and got all the, she's got all of that. Oh my goodness, girl, go sit in a corner. I understand why some people turtle. I'm a turtler. When things are going awry, when I'm feeling away, I go back in my shell. I gotta, I'll reconvene and come back to y'all later with the people in my head. I gotta reconvene. We gotta have conversations. I can't, but to read, mm. Rachel was right to not make a big deal about the divorce that she's going through, but Dorit getting in her face and telling her it's okay, how do you feel, blah, 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 and then telling us in the confessional she doesn't believe. Rachel was so clear eyed and concise when she said, yo, I don't care about that man. I haven't cared about that man in a minute. I am free and clear, but I've been free and clear because I've been working on being free and clear. So this doesn't affect me in any way emotionally. I'm good. You're gonna get in the confessional and tell us you don't believe one thing she said. I don't believe her at all. And you lay next to this man. You've been with this man for 25, 30 years. You have to feel away. We all have to feel the way you feel, Dorit. Is that why you were so mad at Kyle? Because Kyle is supposed to understand and feel the way you feel. Back to Jacqueline, my producer for today, and her thoughts about her wanting someone to commiserate. Everybody don't feel the way you feel. Everybody not going to agree with the way you're approaching this. Everybody not going to understand because you're you and your spouse, soon to be ex, is him. Every single situation is different. All grape jellies don't taste the same. Jesus, Jareed. Lean in, come close, breathe. Breathe when I tell you your experience ain't my experience. I can only talk about my experience and maybe you can glean something magical from it. Maybe you can be like, that part right there, I resonate with that. But all of it isn't going to mirror what you're going through. That's life. Oh, Jareed. Stop it. Stop it while you ahead. Accusing Kyle of doing what you just did to. Did I say that right? You've been accusing Kyle of not being a good friend and not understanding where you are coming from. You just did that to Rachel Zoe. You did not understand where she was coming from, and that is not being a good friend. Instead of just, I hear you, and I'm glad. I'm glad that that's where you're at. Mwah. Let's move on. Let's enjoy my birthday. You just, okay. Hypocrite much? Okay. But of course, she's not going to see that. She's not going to see that at all. I'm so into everything that is, um, what's my girl's name? Erica Jane. Erica Jane mindfully sat on that sofa talking to Rachel and said less. I'm watching her every episode mindfully. She curates her thoughts. She says just what needs to be said. She answers questions directly. And then you just watch her face. She laughs, she rolls her eyes, but she says less this season. That therapy is working for her ass, not for nothing. All things Real Housewives of Beverly Hills are checking for me. Check, check, check. They're giving me spice. They're giving me a little cuckoo crazy. I'm a little bored with Kathy Hilton again. She's cutesy, but I'm bored. I can't wait for next episode. I really can't. I think it's going to be fantastic. I also think that we're not even at the crescendo. We haven't hit the pinnacle, the mountaintop yet with the nonsense that is Dorit this season. I think she's going to give us more. Don't you? Married to Medicine is up next. I want Bravo to end this show at the season. Stop laughing, Jacqueline. They got to go. There is nothing different about this season, even though they have added in two new players plus the one from last season, so two and a half. The arguments are still the same circular bullshit. The husbands are still hiding over there going, why can't they just fucking get along? The only thing that's different is maybe Toya got a tree in her closet and Dr. Contessa seems to be a little more settled. Jacqueline is shaking her head vigorously, saying, no, it's a front. Dr. Contessa isn't more settled. But I'm going to say she was screaming last season, raging, losing her mind. So that's what I mean when she's like, she's trying to be a peacemaker, Gandhi, if you will, this season. Dr. Simone, I'm so over your screeching. And I was tickled when Quad said, nah, that girl got a lot of bark, but zero bite. And then told her to her face, like, girl, you just talk enough shit. Please stop. Dr. Jackie, y'all are just go to a convent and have lunch with them. Travel with the nuns, because you know who these ladies are. And if you don't want to be in the middle and in the mix of nonsense, don't walk, talk, eat, travel with these fools. Somebody gather Quad. Quad embarrassed Angel with that man she brought to the party and then tripled and quadrupled down on it. No, because I was going to introduce you to my husband's best friend, and that means that you don't care about embarrassing me and setting me up. And I'm sorry, Quad, just because you didn't date, you saw Eugene and you locked in. Dating is a verb, it's an action word. She's dating, which means she's allowed to see more than one person. I'm so confused as to why you thought this girl should drop everything for a promise of a possible introduction from you. Are you crazy? Then you came and you sat down next to her on her date and didn't just embarrass yourself. You was telling that man shit that he is none of his concern, and you talking to him like he's a piece of shit on a stick, like he's unimportant. What's wrong with you? Oh wait, that's how you talk to your husband. Never mind. Never mind. That's how you talk to your spouse. What? Your inability to mind your fucking business, your inability to see and not say, take a lesson from Erica Jane over there on Beverly Hills. What? You don't only talk about it, you drag it for miles and miles and miles and miles. You drag it till it's dust. Constantly picking and digging at Heavenly. Everybody know Heavenly is problematic, and you give her, you fuel her fire. You give her something to talk about. I can't. Girl, what? I can't. Move ahead with a real friendship with who? How? These women are not your real friends. Do you have real friends? Or do you just have people who show up when they feel like they need somebody as an ally and you the lowest hanging fruit? Because that's how it feels between you and Simone. I don't believe that you and Simone are really friends. I just think that you talk shit about people together. I don't believe that Heavenly is really friends with anyone other than her husband. But that Heavenly not showing up for real in any other way. She's not fronting. I think that Simone and Jackie are real friends. I think that when they broke up for a minute, that was really hurtful to both of them because they are really real friends. I think that Quad is friends with people off this show. I don't think she really like not nary a one of y'all. And I think that most of you hate on her and the freedom that she has to do what the fuck she wants. Also, Quad, I don't know if that man really likes you. I don't know. During her whole in vitro saving the eggs, getting the eggs, harvesting the eggs, trial and tribulation, that man just kept focusing on the fact that he don't want kids. He said he don't want no more kids. And yet you keep pushing and cajoling and well, have you changed your mind? His mind was set to begin with. You just tried to get him to move around and reshuffle the deck so that it looks more like what you wanted. If they wanted to, they would. They wouldn't need to be cajoled and convinced. That's all I got for you. I can't. I can't with them. Heavenly sorry, not sorry at all times. She's just a lying ass liar. And I guess every show has one and needs one. But I'm tired of her. It's pathological at this point. I'm tired of her. It is something that she can't control. I think she doesn't want to. Simone yelled, talking about Simone screamed in her face and said, "Move your motherfucking hand," as we all watched the playback on the tape from Angel's party. Mm, I can't. Contessa, she did her best with this big girl trip. It was really pretty. That house was very pretty. The bunk beds, hilarious. I just don't get what Angel's conversation with the other new girl was about. Tell me what your vibe is. What's your vibe? Let me know what your vibe. If you want peace, you don't start out on the first day of the girls' trip with all that energy. Save that. Okay? Let it go. Because you're just setting yourself up for a miserable time. That is it for Married to Medicine. There's nothing different here. Every girl's trip ends up being a war. Every trip that you take with the husbands, there's a huge argument. Every time y'all get together, there's some kind of wicked, slick shit said, and a fight blows up, and people storm out. Why do we still watch this show? Why is the show still being recorded, produced, aired? Yikes. My loves, it's Southern Charm time. Then people in the South, Vanita, 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 not Applebaum. Sally keeps doing silly shit, and I just can't get behind it. You don't need to, dear. You're not her mama. You're not her dad. You're not even a sibling. You're a friend who should see more and say less. Again, learn from the school of Erica Jane. Shut your yap. Sally is a grown up. Sally's gonna do what Sally wanna do. Sally Wally Pocket is over here up in Austin's tonsil area. Mind your business. Mind your whole business. Worry about what's making you happy, what's bringing you joy, hanging out with people who uplift you. What's the name of the preggers? She wasn't wrong. Madison. This happened real fast, this wonderful glow up relationship between you and Sally. But it was rooted in strife because you was getting rid of the little Oompa Loompa. He was playing games, and she was there to support you and to be your road dog in that moment. That saying comes to mind. People are for a season, a reason, or a lifetime, but they don't have to be all three. She might have been your buddy for that season. The reason being she had an empathy and compassion for what you were going through, or sympathy and compassion for what you were going through, and she stepped in to raise your spirits. It doesn't mean she got a ride for you like Batman and Robin, or you for her. Get out of here with that. Takes me back to go to therapy. Things are missing, and you are latching on and locking in ways that are unnecessary. Madison been your friend for longer, as she pointed out, and you don't behave that way with everyone. Huh? No, Vanita, girl. Let that girl live her life. This is like a worn out rug. Throw it away. Get a new rug. Talk to Rodrigo. He know how to, outfit your place. Speaking of Rodrigo, he called Austin. He said if somebody, I think it was Watch What Happens Live. No, because Austin likes to make believe he's all calm and he's the voice of reason in front of the cameras and out loud in front of people, but behind the scenes he's just a big old queen carrying on and acting a fool. I believe him. I believe him. I believe he has enough self control and wherewithal to think about how we are viewing him on camera, unlike Craigie, who does not, baby Craig don't know how to control himself. He does not have the ability to rein in those emotions. So he's another one who just lights the match and burns it all down. Whatever, Austin, do you. And stop hooking up with these girls and promising them possible monogamy and forever. Just let them know. I'm going to be George Clooney out here for the rest of my life. Until George met the one who he wanted to lock it in with. George was out here dipping and doing 2 years here, 3 years there. He was with women, and none of them wrote a book about him. None of them out here dragging him. Maybe he made them sign NDAs. Maybe he's brilliant that way. But he was smart enough to know it's not for me. He didn't have no babies with them. He was just doing him. It can be done. Get into it. I don't understand. Also, Rodrigo standing in Shep's new house with Craig and pointing out that Austin does nothing but bitches about y'all. Rodrigo, you messy. You messy, Rodrigo. I see you. Like, Austin really takes ownership. Like, why do you guys not address it with him? So you want the never-ending fights to continue as well, huh, Rodrigo? It's bringing you entertainment, huh? Hmm. Charlie, you make me sad. You make me sad because Molly, who is riddled with insecurities, that Molly is actually a rock star and is open and honest about her insecurities and calls her mama and gets her boost and her pep talk and goes to therapy and is working on it. You out here damn near eating your own insides over worry about what Sally's gonna think and did you talk to her and we gotta fix this because I just want to feel comfortable talking to you. What? Huh? Live your life. And Sally can't do it for you. Live your life. Because Sally would not be doing all of this for you, dear. Oh, Charlie. And Craig, not for you. But oh, Charlie. If you know because you have exited a relationship where you tried to alter everything and you thought you was going to be with this dude, why are you repeating that? Why are you doing this again? Cut it out. Cut it out. Austin closes out the episode by screaming across the table at his birthday dinner, "Yes, I do actually hate you," to Craigie Craig face. Are you for real, dude? Rodrigo is right. Y'all should just get married. Just get married. Are you for real? You don't hate him. You dislike the way he behaves. You dislike the nonsense. You are tired of his up and down and all around. You didn't have to announce that you hate him. Just change how you move. You cannot change, Craig. Alter how you move and maneuver with that man. He might bitch and moan about it, and you could just say, yo, you move a little different for me. And it's okay. We're growing. We're learning what works for us. Can't always be the same. I used to be able to eat whatever I wanted after 9 o'clock. Now the afterburn, it's not worth it. The upset and indigestion, meh. We get older, we do better. We gotta switch shit up. Instead, you scream, "I hate you!" across the table. You're insane. Insane. I can't with the Southern Charm people. I cannot. I'm over them. The stuff that Craig says and has said over the years is abominable. It is literally some of the most egregious shit that I have ever heard a friend say to a friend. And y'all have kept him. And his lies reach the mountaintops. They rival Mount Kilimanjaro at this point. But y'all still freaking remain friends with him. So eat it. Shep, good on you for keeping your mouth shut. Again, Vanita, take a lesson from Shep. Shep just sat there on his phone and I'm not getting in the middle of this. I'm not doing it. I'm tired of it. Because his old creaky bones can't take it. He also needs to not be on the show anymore. He's 11 million years old. But that's that on Southern Charm. I'm finished with them, with all of them. I will say this as we wrap up, because I always got to give you a little who got time for or doesn't have time for. I got time for. I got time for two questions, but I'm going to start out with a complaint. This dirty ass hoe bitch, Perry, and her sidekick, Menopause, these motherfuckers need to stop visiting me. She's a hoe bitch because she dibbles and dabbles with a lot of women out here in these streets. I'm not okay with the fact that she has chosen me this season. I'm not the kind of girl who looks for closure in relationships. I want her to close out. I want her to wrap it up, and I want her to move the fucking go forth, go pick someone else. It shouldn't be me. I'm not good enough. It's not you. It's me. It's me. I don't want this life. I don't appreciate the highs and the lows and the temperature changes. I don't appreciate the anxiety and sweaty nights. I don't appreciate the internal heat that erupts out of nowhere without warning. It's all egregious. What have I done to deserve this? I try to be a better me. And this is how the universe and the Lord repays me? Jacqueline over there nodding vigorously. Wait till it's her turn. That's my complaint for this episode. But moving right along to the good stuff, the popping and the locking. Pop in, not popping, and pop news. The word on the street is that one Lenithia Leaks, Nene Leaks, is coming back. She is on track to come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm getting back on this. Crack my back. How y'all feel about that? You're okay with Nene coming back? Or you're like, nah, her time is coming on. I'm going to tell y'all this. Nene, legendary. Nene's cutting cut downs, legendary. But, it's a big old but. Has Nene become too big for the program? Let us not forget, lest we forget, Nene was out here vilifying Andy Cohen and Bravo, dragging them for filth. Is she coming back? What had happened? How you packed that up and put that away? What kind of duct tape you used to seal that suitcase, that box of damage and emotions? I'm not buying it. And I do believe that at least 10 times you gonna hear, there wouldn't be without I created, it's me. Write that down. And remember, I called it. I think that Nene thinks she's too big for the program, y'all. Because Nene's an actress, remember? Nene was going out there to make her mark. Remember? We gon' see. Just an aside, my second Who Got Time, I was scrolling on the tickety top because y'all know sometimes you just be doom scrolling and you fall down a hole. And I ran into a video about Blueface and a repost of something he had on Twitter or wherever where he says it's time for, he just realized that both of his baby mothers are mid and he got to find him some bad bitches to impregnate. I'm going to close out by saying the babies can't read. And this is what's wrong with the YN. That's it. That's all. I'll see y'all next week. Thank you so much for joining me. Who got time? These kids? Bye, y'all.